Do you have a question for the pastor? Send it to askthepastor123@gmail.com. Most churches will tell us that we're in the end times, and some churches, mostly cultish in nature, have even given specific dates, most of which have come and passed. Can I ask a question? Are we in the end times?
Well, according to Paul, I would say we are. Because when he wrote in the New Testament, he was expecting any moment, any time for the rapture of the church to take place. I think if you studied the book of Revelation, you would see many of the events that have been described as taking place, even right now. You see the wars, the rumors of wars, they are increasing. Signs in the earth are increasing, earthquakes and whatever. I think that without question, in my opinion, we're in the end times. But when I grew up, I thought we were in the end times. How could things get any worse than they got worse? And I look at it now, how can things get any worse? But God in His mercy and His grace always seems to give another chance, another option for somebody else to get saved or have a life change. The end time events are a series of events that precede the rapture of the church and subsequently then the second coming of Christ. Those events are described in great detail, but in the midst of all of that, the Bible clearly says that even Jesus Himself, even the Son of Man, doesn't know the day or the hour that He will return. However, in His discourse in Matthew, He has given to us the signs or the events that would take place at that very time preceding that rapture, that second coming. Matter of fact, He specifically refers to the second coming, the end. He says these are the signs that are going to take place before the end. One of those things has been said that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be before the Son of Man comes. And we often look at, how bad it was or whatever. I think the real issue was that the people in the days of Noah had no use for God. They were all about themselves. They were what they wanted to be, had no use for God, so therefore, they didn't. We look at historically the prophecies of Israel, and we see Israel becoming a nation. That was prophesied. We see the birth of that. We see a variety of different things happening in Israel. As a matter of fact, more often than not, we don't pay attention to the right signs. The Bible tells us if we want to see the end, then we need to keep our eyes on Israel and not look around us in America or wherever we might be. So, can I believe we're in the end times? Absolutely. Can I set a date? I would think if Jesus doesn't know the date, then I have no right, business, or otherwise to try to set a date myself. That being said, I have to live as if the rapture could take place at any moment, at any time, and I have to prepare as if it won't. I have to live faithfully for Jesus, and if I'm living for Him and being what He wants me to be and submit my life to Him, then it really becomes a moot point to me. Do I go through the tribulation? Do I go through the great tribulation? Do I go through whatever? It doesn't really matter, because no matter what I go through, God has promised me He'll never leave me or forsake me, that He'll always be with me, and I will never have to worry about that. Short answer, yes, I believe we're in the end times. Even shorter answer, Jesus could come right now. If you don't know Him, you need to know Him. God bless you. Thank you for the question.